So I just thought of a cool idea of how to understand more about machine learning and how it works, especially for interesting problems such as partial differential equations. Now, when I say understanding machine learning, there are many of those who consider it some form of alchemy in the sense that we know that it works, but we don't always know why a given architecture solves a given family of problems. We just don't know why exactly. So here's my question. I keep hearing about machine learning being trained on partial differential equations and doing it very, very successfully. Now, I don't know if it's a subset of PDEs or what. Let's just assume that it is. What I want to do is get a whole bunch of different machine learning tools, like separate tools, and have them all trained so that they can successfully solve these PDEs, right? And they'd have to be somewhat similar architecture, which is fine. But then what I'd really want to do is I'd want to peel back the layers, layer by layer, and see if we can figure out what's going on. See if we see any emergent patterns in terms of neurons that connect with certain weights to other neurons, and say, oh, okay. So if it's going to solve these very interesting, unique math problems, usually they have to have this kind of architecture. You know what I mean? It may not even be exact things, but you could have like emerging shapes. And when I say shapes or topologies, I'm specifically referring to connections in neurons in the deep networks. I'm hoping that might provide some insight into some of the alchemy, in terms of how these things work. So that's my hope. I have seen image networks with the layers pulled back where they're able to tell what happens at each layer. So hopefully they can do a comparison with different problems and learn more. That's my thoughts.